Hello and welcome to Ukey. My name's Brian. So this is the first video of 3 that will show you how to change chords much quicker. The first thing about learning to change chords much quicker is to actually know the chords really well. Now I'm not talking about just on the chord sheet or just looking at it or finding it there, but your fingers have got to know it really well. So you have to start to develop the muscle memory so your fingers can find the chord quickly. So we're going to do a wee exercise. Some of you might be familiar with this, especially if you have the Getting Started book. This is a press release exercise. Now I'm going to go with chord G, but if you pick a chord that you're struggling with, and then we'll do this together. So pick the chord that you're having most difficulty with, and then just hold down the chord and pluck each string individually just to make sure it's ringing clear. Now for the rest of this exercise, you actually don't need to do any strumming. So your strumming hand, you do not need to use that at all at the moment. So just support the ukulele down there. We're going to work just with this hand here, which I'm going to call the fret hand. So the first thing to do is to hold down the chord as if you're about to play it, but don't do anything, just hold down the chord. Now release the pressure so you're just touching the strings and no more. Now press down again on the chord as if you're about to play, but don't play anything. Then release the pressure again so you're just touching the strings and no more. Now keep doing that, so you press and release and press and release. Now as you continue to do that, move your fingers up and down the fretboard. Press and release all the time. Press, release, press, release, press, release. It doesn't matter if you're touching the frets or not. The important thing is you maintain that position all the time. So keep maintaining that chord position and you go up and down that fretboard. Do that for a good minute or so, more if you feel you have to. Okay. Now go back to the original position of the chord. Press and release again. Press, release, press, release. Now this time as you release the pressure, take your fingers a little bit further away from the strings. Just that wee bit off the strings. But maintain that chord position. Then press down again. Then release the pressure again. Now keep repeating this exercise, but every time you release the pressure, take your fingers that little bit more away from the strings each time. Releasing the pressure and just taking your fingers that little bit more away from the strings each time, but maintain that position. And once you've got maybe about a couple of centimetre gap in there, hold it at that point. Then move the ukulele to the side. Maintain that position and just move your hands round the room. I don't mean you have to go into the kitchen and things like that, but just move your hand, freely move your hand, maintain that position. Now bring the ukulele back in and you should have found that chord a little bit quicker this time. Now let's do this exercise again, but we're going to do it with a wee bit of difference this time. So press and release and go up and down that fretboard. This time, do it without looking. So either close your eyes or turn your head away or do something so you're not looking at your fingers. Basically you're teaching your fingers to remember the shape of the chord. Now back to the original position. Press and release and take your fingers a little bit more away from the strings each time. Again, if you can close your eyes for a few seconds as you continue to do it, or at least turn your head away, then you should be able to feel that chord position and that chord shape. Now, as you release the pressure and maintain that position, move the ukulele aside. This time shake your hand out. Just shake your hand out. At any point during this exercise, if your hand or your fingers get sore, do take the ukulele aside and shake your hands out a little bit and then carry on with the exercise. Now bring the ukulele back in, find that chord position, and now you should have been able to find that a little bit quicker than you did when you started. Okay, so we've only spent a few minutes doing that exercise, but if you were to spend about 5 minutes doing that exercise, you will be able to find that chord much quicker. Okay, so I hope you found that useful. Once you have a wee practice at this exercise, go on to video 2 of how to change chords much quicker. This is Brian from Ukey, I'll see you later.